probably could have made a commercial and made a pretty good money out of it. But like I say, nowadays there's just not enough. There's just not enough people in the industry to manufacture stuff like this. Hand corn grinder, what?
I think it's like sand.
Well, this is actually ballast from the woodland scenes, plus a few other chunks that just roll down. It's always interesting when a spider web comes out. I gather you get some sort of auger in there or something? Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's more of a paddle wheel. The auger would have same idea. Thing rotating. Just to push it. Pushing something out. And then you got your levers in there. The what? What?
Howdy, howdy, howdy. We're around here somewhere. Okay. No, I don't want. Where's the buttons? Okay, here I am. If I get everything going here.
There we go. Now see me on there?
Yep. Alrighty. Okay. Well, let's see. That's the last show of this week. No, it's not. We got Railroad Empires, how they build them, or how we build them, how they build them. That'll be this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then next week, the 25th, you got Who's Big Bill Talking To. That'll be the night before Thanksgiving. Well, let's see, we got Ari and Carolina Foothills and Samurai. They just popped in chat. How you guys doing?
Hi, guys.
And how are you doing, Bob?
Well, I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
Haven't really been doing a whole lot of model railroading lately. I have run the trains around the layout a couple times, past couple weeks, and picked up some new items for microtrains. Local hobby store seemed to not pay for their purchases this month, and so they're kind of in a slump right now because of whole election time. Everybody's uneasy, I think, in October, November, and so they weren't having a lot of people buying stuff. I think maybe just the customers were kind of off, but they couldn't afford to buy the new products that they have on order because they just didn't have any money left. So support your local hobby stores if you want them to remain next year, if you can. That was my soapbox. But I had to go elsewhere to get the products that I was looking for, unfortunately.
Yeah, I see Bob's echoing because my microphone seems to be picking up his audio too. I have no idea why. Let me look at this real quick and see what might be going on.
Maybe my microphone's too close to my speakers.
Maybe I'll turn my gain down and see what happens there. Try it now, Bob.
Okay, how am I doing now? It sounds pretty good to me because I'm here and I don't hear myself except, myself. Testing 1, 2, 3. You know? Yeah. Hmm. Well, someone said you had it.
That's because I'm muting my microphone until I try to talk, then I turn it back on.
Oh.
It's going to be one of those shows where I have to try and remember, keep my thumb on the button here and hit the button when I want to talk and hit the button when I'm not.
Yeah, you get it set up working one time and then you go to use the same settings the next time and don't work. But anyway, what I can show is what I did pick up recently for the October releases from Microtrains. I'm kind of collecting some Railbox boxcars, and this is the Hunt boxcar, 50-foot boxcars. And so those look pretty good. I don't know if you can see that very well. A little blurry. There we go. How about turn it a little bit to the side? There we go. There you go. Yeah, I don't have a light right in front of me, so. Yeah, this is, I think, the 8th car in the series. And this is the 2nd series that they've done. So they've really sold a lot of the Railbox Weathered series the past couple of years. Just in time for Christmas is their Microtrains Micromouse car. So it's kind of got the, come on, focus. Go up here. There we go. Well, a little bit. Yep. Micromouse for 2020. So they're off to somewhere with a Christmas tree. On the other side, they're heading to grandmother's house. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, pretty neat. And I've been collecting the Christmas cars for a while now, and I've picked up the previous years that I wasn't modeling. It goes all the way back to 1991 when they started. So I have most of those cars from all those years. And usually I put a big long train together and put them all out every Christmas and put a little video out. And then this other series that they have is called the Solar Series. And this last one that I picked up was the planet Jupiter. And the nice thing about these is that they light up. So I'm getting the lighted versions. Just turn them on. Come on. There we go. Focus. There we go. They look pretty good. Sure, they're not prototypical, but what if they did make them prototypical? Yeah. The Thomas Kincaid series that they just finished. Come on. Focus. Anyway, the Thomas Kincaid series are basically the same kind of car, but they didn't have the hardware in time to make them lighted. So they all came unlighted. And I think the last year's Christmas car was the first one that had lights in it. And then the Jupiter or the Solar Series is the next batch that are lighted. So a little bit more expensive, but they're unique. I have no idea how long these batteries are going to last. So we'll see.
Can you change the batteries in them?
I haven't heard yet whether or not you could. They're kind of a heavy duty battery. So it puts some weight on there, that's for sure. But I'm sure you probably could pull these out apart and maybe change the battery. I just don't know what kind of battery it is. I don't think you can put an Everready in there or anything. I think they're kind of lithium batteries.
All right, Samurai. He's said that looks nice. Wonder how the set looks when they all run.
Well, that's what I'm trying to collect them all, so I can just light them all up and do a nighttime running kind of thing. I'll make a video of that when I get them all in place on my collection.
How often are they coming out with those?
What?
How often do they come out with those?
Well, it's a monthly series, so every month they got a new one. And so they usually run a full year, so you'll get 12 of them in the series. So even though there's kind of like 8 planets, maybe Pluto if you count that one, you got 9. But last month they came out with Neowise, which is a what is it? Not asteroid, comet. We also have the sun. So you got the Neowise. Yeah, take this off. You got Neowise, which is just a comet. Come on, focus. There we go. So yeah, just a comet. That looks pretty nice. So it's a collection. This one ran about $31. You can get them for probably about $28 on model train stuff or something. But one of those unique collections.
Yeah, Dwight said that with the battery installed, at least there's no flickering.
Right. Yeah, I've got some of the Kato passenger cars that the lights inside just kind of flicker because it just kind of loses connectivity to the track power. And so, yeah, you look at it and it just flicker. And like, how do you get it to not flicker? Yep. I think also in my case, I don't really have a really good solid connection to the light from the pickups that are going through the inside. So maybe a little soldering will help on that to keep it in place. That might help a lot. So Pluto is not a planet. It is a planet. Just some idiot decided it wasn't.
Well, Big Bill is asking, do they have series of other themes?
Microtrains has a lot of different series over the past few years. I've got a what's called the Grape to Glass series, and it's basically a wine theme. So you've got different companies that have some sort of product in a tank car or a box car, and so they came up with this little idea. Apparently, the owner's wife decided to name the series this time. She goes, "Let's call it Grape to Glass," because they had Farm to Table series was the last one. So you had a lot of agricultural box cars and stuff like that set up for that. And then they've had like beer cars, and they've had those kind of series. They've had the 50 States series, lots and lots of different series out there. Presidential series, yeah, lots. I got ice reefers, and there's a bunch of different stuff that Microtrans makes. In fact, on Microtrain's website, they've got all N-scaled weathered kind of cars. They've had a per diem series, the Beer Reefer series, and Nestle Baby Ruth series, Ringling Brothers car series, the 1972 series, which is basically a re-release of the 1972 original cars that Microtrains ever made, and they re-released those again in a series to kind of promote their anniversary, I guess. They've got Heinz 57 series. They've had a tank car series. They've had a World War II Nose Art container flat car series, April Fool's cars, vintage postcards, whole host of stuff. I mean, they come up with something new almost every year. Okay. Yeah. So South Brooklyn, well, I know he goes, do they have a night train wine train series? Retails for 89 cents, and it's an easy twist top cap. Yeah. Well, I think you could probably make your own series with that, if you want to. I think they did have at one point, somebody had a Napa Valley passenger excursion train. I think that might have been Cotto that came up with that one. But yeah, quite a bit of things. But yeah, wine cars. Mm-hmm. It's probably a box wine, yeah. Well, it's a box, and it's got a tank car full of imaginary wine in it. So Yeah, I guess that fits. Astrophysicists determined that in 2008. Well, yeah, I know the astrophysicists, space cowboys. um, yeah, Microtrains has come out with a lot of different things over the years, so if you're looking for something unique, that's definitely somewhere to find it in N scale anyway. Train sets and runner packs and everything else. Let's see. Do know that Scale Trains is going to be making N-Scale Enthusiast -9 in Norfolk Southern, the main kind of paint scheme. So those are being made. It was supposed to be Fox Valley was supposed to make those, but they could not swing it. So Scale Trains picked up on the requirement to supply that for them, and so they're going to be having that coming out. So pre-orders are in place right now to get those pre-ordered, so you can get yours. Come in 10 different versions, 10 different colors, and paint schemes. So a lot of neat things coming out. So Dwight says, Johnny, are you falling asleep? He's telling you good night. Yep, I think he fell asleep. Yeah. And yes, they do have Halloween cars as well. Wicked Sanity, or Wicked Insanity. In fact, I've got one of my submissions to Microtrains. It was actually my first submission to Microtrains for a weathered car, which was a Halloween car. It was a black tank car that had a skeleton on it. It looked like it was laying in a coffin on the side, so that was pretty neat. So they picked that up, and if they use your design, they send you a car for free. So I would get a good one.
Did they use your design, Bob?
Yep. I found the picture on the internet, and I submitted it because no one claimed it. All these graffiti artists don't really want their name out there to take credit for something. So it's like, well, it's public domain now, and you go, hey, we'll use it. I said, okay. Can't give anybody credit because no one's going to claim it.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Yep. I mean, some people do. They can kind of claim it. They're kind of established graffiti artists, and everybody knows who they are. But sometimes it's just they make a really great painting on a train, and says, I don't want anybody to know that I did that.
Yeah, true.
Just want everybody to enjoy it. So,
Very true. Very true. So what have you been up to since you've been on the show once or twice. I mean, Johnny's Train Talk Show. But what have you been up to?
Well, I've been working hard. Kind of work as a database administrator and network administrator. So I've got some major upgrades that we've been doing, changing our whole program around and getting it up to speed to, hopefully up to speed to modern technology. And so there's been a lot of hurdles with that. a lot of
Uh-huh.
merging of stuff together. So yeah, I've been spending a lot of time working from home, running into the base every once in a while, coming back and forth, back and forth. And so by then it's like I'm tired.
Yeah, I hear that. What do
So
you mean?
yeah.
White said the Archie Bunker just came in. What do you mean by that? White, are you saying I'm Archie Bunker?
That was
What is
Dwight. Yeah.
what's up with that?
Yeah.
How's James Wright doing? You still working with James?
Yeah, I talk to him every once in a while. Um he's doing good. He kind of gave up on his retired life and says, I'm so bored. I'm tired of taking hikes with the family for 6 miles at a time because they're bored too. It's like
Right.
I gotta go find something to do. And so
Oh, he retired out of the Air Force?
yeah. And
Oh, nice.
he kind of thought that he was just going to says, I'm never gonna have to work again. I'm well off enough that I probably don't have to work again. But I said, you're gonna get bored. So I'm never gonna get bored. Because, well, that was in April, May that he said I'm never going to get bored. And so he finally gave in and took a job so he could go do something during the day. And
Oh,
so
what's it?
he got hired
did
on as a
what-
manager somewhere, and I'd rather not say where, but
Oh, okay. Okay.
but yeah, he's got a job now. He's respectable again.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he's still working, doing his interviews and so forth, and where he's at is a nice area that you can see a lot of railroad things and a lot of layouts and visit a lot of different places without having to travel too far. So
Oh, cool.
that's always good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. Good for him.
Which kind of reminds me, I haven't talked to him in a couple days, so probably.
What'd you say, John?
Yeah, he's in the Tennessee area.
Oh. Well, when you talk to him, tell him congratulations on his retirement.
You
He's retired young. How old is he?
he's 38.
Oh, that's way too young to retire.
That's what I told him. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna want to keep doing
Nah,
something.
that's way too young. I remember I was out when I was about 40, 45 years old. I went out on a medical leave. I was due to blood pressure issues. I had to go out on a medical leave, and
Yeah.
I was out for I would say over 2 months because by the time the doctors get the information and they give it back to the transit, it's like all that time. Then you got to see the TA doctor, and then she didn't get the report. Anyway, it was like almost 2 months that I was out, and I was like, I do not understand how guys retire and they embrace it, because I was like, after I finished, after I remodeled the bathroom, I remodeled the kitchen, and I painted the entire house, and that was only 3 days. The rest of the time, I was like, geez whiz, what am I going to do with my time? But
Yeah.
I was just way too young to retire. But here's the funny thing: when I turned 55, my whole mindset changed, and I was ready to go out. But 38, man, that's way. I personally think that's way too young. That's too young. You got your whole, unless you have a business,
Mhm.
business where and I mean, he does have his own kind of thing going with the train interviews and the
Mhm.
review thing. So I mean, he could really put a lot more time into that.
Yep.
But I'm glad he's healthy, and I'm glad he's doing well. So tell him that here at the Model Railroading Live, we wish him all the best. Maybe we should get him who's Big Bill talking to.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I know he's looking to purchase that forever home. So it's the market is a little stingy right now in that area. So sometimes the homes go rather quickly, and there's not enough of them available because they're moving anywhere.
Uh-huh. Yeah. He does, actually. He does.
Mm-hmm. That is big. Yeah.
Marky Mark's in the house. Say hello to Mark Donovan out of Boston. He's in the house. Welcome aboard, Mark. Did you tell him all the good things that are coming down the pike, John? You did? I didn't hear you. Did you say yes? I'm blocking my face. I don't want to block my face. Hey, just so you guys know out there, just to give you a heads up that we got a Facebook page. Model Railroading Live's got a Facebook page, and we're actually looking for photographs of your layout. That's right. We're looking for photographs of your layout. So take a good picture of your layout, and even if it's plywood prairie, take it anyway if you think it's a good picture, and send it to me at bill@modelrailroadinglive.com, and we'll get it over to the Facebook Lloyd Hensley, and he'll post it. And he'll give you all the credit for it. So if you got a good photograph that you like of your layout, or something like that, scenic or unscenic, with trains involved, it has to have a train involved. We'd like a train. It doesn't matter what scale, HONZ, O, Garden Railroad, anything, as long as you think it looks good. Send it in. Send it in to, Lloyd also has a Lloyd@modelrailroadinglive.com, and we'll put it up. And if we get enough of them, we'll rotate them out and give you all the credit for it. So that's a start of something we want to do, and get the people, get the model railroaders involved and stuff like that. So, and who else? Oh, we're going to have a special guest from England. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but we're going to have a special guest from England on the 28th. John and I finalized it, and we're going to be speaking to military modeler, and we're going to be talking to him. And there's Lloyd. Lloyd has come in. Maybe Lloyd, you can tell them where they can send the picture. Oh, we have a special guest from England. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Oops, hold on. I'm just gonna.
Turn the radio down.
Yeah, I love the '60s music. So,
I hear you.
yeah. Basically, all we want is for everybody to take pictures of their layouts, and we'll put it on the banner of our Facebook page for a month.
Yeah.
All we ask is that you take a picture of landscape so that it will fit the banner page. And
yeah, landscape, not portrait. Landscape.
No, landscape, yeah. And well, they don't need to send it to us. They can just post it on the Facebook page, and then after a month, we'll go through them all, and we'll pick one and put it up.
All right. So
it'll be much easier for them to just post their pictures on the Facebook page.
Sure.
What's coming up Saturday, I think at 11 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock, noon, Andy is giving a clinic on how to make trees out of sagebrush on NMRAX, our own Andy.
Andy.
Yeah, and I'm giving a clinic also at 3 o'clock on scratch building. So if nobody's got anything to do on Saturday, well, you could watch NMRAX, and two of us will be doing clinics.
Now, if you guys haven't seen NMRAX, you're in for a treat, because it's pretty entertaining and pretty informative. So, well put together.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, have you ever seen the NMRAX?
I have watched it a couple times. I think it was the guys that are down there in Down Under running it.
Oh, Down Under, the Australian Marty, yes.
I think I
I'll be
watched those.
They got a strong Texas flavor too. Speed, the guy who runs it, and a couple of other Texans down there. They're pretty good.
It's interesting. It gives a lot of ideas. I mean, without being part of NMRA, I mean, you can just still watch it. And I don't want to say a lot of old people, but you know, there's older people with MMRs that will give very interesting clinics. And you just take bits and pieces and apply it to your layout.
Yeah, yeah. Everything is permissible, and you know you get you get a lot of input and a lot of information. You know, that's the best, I think. That's what I see. That's what I hear. Yeah, the guy we're having from England, it might be Rod Stewart. I don't know. It might be, it might not be, but it's on the 28th. That's who's Big Bill talking to on the 28th. It's going to be a 3 p.m. show. We're going to put it out there pretty soon on a video to get all you guys up to speed on that. On the 25th, we're going to have Fred Wild on, stuff like that. Right, the 28th is a special show on the Saturday. I'm sorry, Saturday. It's a special show because he's in England, and what are they, 5 hours ahead of us, John?
6.
6
Oh,
hours?
5 ahead of the east side. I'm sorry, 6 ahead of me.
Yeah, 5 ahead of us. We're on the East Coast here. So, and stuff like that. You know. He's a military modeler. Does really good work. But you have to tune in to see him. So, you know. Kit, what'd you say, Lloyd?
No, nothing. I was reading, and he was saying Brad is his moderator for his show, and he goes, "Better pray for him." I'm just wondering if Andy's ever going to get to the point where he's going to show some trees, or he's just going to talk.
Yeah, you don't need a Facebook page to view the NMRAX.
No.
You don't need a Facebook account. You know.
And where do you watch it?
You just have to go to NMRA X and watch it there. You don't have to be a member.
Okay.
John 2618 is in the house. John Farrington.
So is everybody staying healthy and isolating at home? What are you doing while you're at home?
Always
Yeah, today I went out for the 8th time since March. Not bad.
8th time.
I go out every day.
Well, I mean, I do go out to walk the dogs, but I mean, to go out
I go
somewhere
out.
to see people.
Yeah, no, I go out and I absolutely see people.
I mowed my leaves today. And I went to Menards. I do get out and just I'm just dreading having to be stuck here during even more longer in the winter.
Oh yeah, you can watch it on NMRA X YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Oh, White Insanity says I had another heart attack Saturday. I'm okay after 3 more stints. Well, sorry to hear that you got a heart attack, brother. I'm glad that you're okay. After 3 stents put in, I'm sure.
Yeah. Those are never fun.
Man, stay healthy, man. Stay healthy. One day at a time, bro. One day at a time.
So what about Andy needs to have a trees per minute technique, not a minutes per tree technique. So
Who's that? Winking
how do you
Saturday?
do that? How do you make those trees so fast? Well, you shove a bunch of toothpicks into the styrofoam, throw a bunch of cotton on top of it, spray it with a green spray paint, and you're done. That's how you do a lot of trees per minute.
All right, Carolina Foothills Railroad, D-Night. I have to go to work in my work vehicle. Go, whoa. Will you be safe out there, Carolina Foothills Railroad, D-Night. Has anybody seen I forgot what I was gonna say.
What's her name?
No. I just forgot. I really forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, he was 2 days in the hospital and then he was home. That's what they do now. That's what they do now.
Yeah.
Doesn't getting a transplant or anything. It's 2 days in the hospital and out the door you go.
If you don't require some machine to keep you awake and alive, you get to go home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You tell them don't make that a habit.
I mean, you can't even have a baby these days and barely stay 12 hours in the hospital.
Sure, they want. Yeah. Lloyd, is that your Molson's plant there?
Yeah, that's my Molson.
Molson Brewery plant.
And what you see in the middle is my switch panel, my toggle switch panel to open all the doors.
Do those doors open?
Oh, of course they do.
Get out of here! Seriously? Can we see them?
Do they open now? No, they don't, because I just rewired everything.
Oh, okay.
See the
Ralph
coil.
Franzetti. Bill, the pitches that get sent to MRL Facebook can also be a special scene or a structure on their layout? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Can be a scene or a special structure. Make it landscape that he said that, long ways. This is portrait. This is landscape. Instructional tutorial here, that's all.
It's amazing that you have to show people that these days.
Well,
but you do.
Do you know the what is it? The people that make the weight station, the weight scale.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the name.
Oh.
Well, they sell the scale. They sell the scale to.
Yeah, and that's the scale number is a random number.
Right. But when you read it, when the instruction sheet comes, and you read the instruction, all the way down at the bottom is a footnote, and in the footnote it says that these are not the actual weight of your train. Can you imagine they have to put that disclaimer in there? that you actually have to be told that the model railroading HO scale car, that is not.
Nah, it's because they had room on the paper for one or like a few
No.
words left.
It's the same reason why McDonald's puts this coffee's very hot. Don't put it between your legs when you're driving your car, so they don't get sued again. Come on, put that out there like that for.
Well, they have to put it because you're not taking that scale down to a place that calibrates every 6 months. So it's a generic scale. You say, okay, well, this is a guesstimate of the accuracy of it. And we can't claim that it'll be perfect. If you want perfect, you have to go get a calibrated scale and measure it there. So I think they're just covering their butt on that one. Yeah.
Well, whatever. I think
It's close.
Well, I guess.
Maybe. Somebody would sue him for it.
Somebody would.
Calibrated.
So happy.
I use these calibrated brass weights, and it's off by 6 ounces. Oh, okay.
The same, Bill, this is the same premise as why we have people using 12 one scale woofers, subwoofers to make scale sound. No, there was scale sound. I guess there is.
It's 12-inch to 1-inch scale.
What did we do before loco sound, before DCC? We pretended.
Yeah. You made your own noise. Choo choo.
Yeah. Well, we pretended.
Chugga 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 chugga.
I don't think I ever did that, but I mean, it was nice to have sound. I mean, but the clanking of the tracks when the train went around,
Mm-hmm.
good. I mean, I know it adds a bit of realism to the layout. If you have,
Mm-hmm.
Bill, do you want to see my doors?
what a what?
You want to see those doors?
I thought you said it wasn't wired.
No, this is the video.
Oh, the video. Oh, yeah. Okay. Can you share that? Can he share that, John? Okay. Yeah, you listen to the gears grind, Ralph Renzetti says.
It's too bad that it's those what do you call them? Servos. The servos aren't quiet. You would need to buy one of those the expensive ones that are less noisy.
Mm-hmm.
But being far away now, like all the way at the end against the wall, I'm just hoping that the sound will be less apparent.
That's cool. Those are the doors, 3 doors right there.
So do you have the servos right above the doors? So it just pulls it straight up?
Nope, they're on the side.
Oh, okay.
I have to. Do I have a picture of it? Hold on. Oh, where is it?
I got plenty of servos just sitting around doing nothing. Need to automate something.
Oh, here we go. Of course, I have to go share. See, they're on the side,
Okay.
and it's basically just a string or a thread that's glued at the right spot, glued to the door, and yeah. I just had to make sure that the what do you call it? the departure and the arrival of the servo comes to the same point,
Yeah.
and that's a bunch of wires.
Yeah, that really is a bunch of wires.
Hmm.
Well, I got to say, I had the help of Speed when it came to programming. It was a fun project.
How long did it take you to do, Lloyd?
Well, from the moment I knew what I wanted, I had all the pieces. Just the programming part of it took about, I'd say, about a month on and off. Maybe like 3-4 hours a week, going back and forth, just testing to make sure. Like for example, you will not be able to open more than one door at a time.
Okay.
So we had to make sure that none of the doors would be open when you're pressing, let's say, door number 2. Well, all doors have to be closed before that door number 2 goes up. And it's just for
Right.
security reasons, so that if there's, let's say, a power failure, that the door doesn't close on a freight car or locomotive. So everything has been taken in consideration, security for everything that goes on. It's like when on the board, on my little panel, there's also a switch for sound. Like if somebody doesn't want to hear that noise, you could just flip the switch and you won't hear the siren go on every time you open the door or close the door. And there's another switch that turns on the entire brewery, all the lights, everything that goes on. And when you turn on the switch, all the doors go up, all 6 doors go up, and then they all come down. So now you know that it's ready to for the
That
operator.
Molson sits on top of your helix, right?
Yeah, all this is on top of my helix,
Mm.
and it's almost 7 feet by 7 feet.
Now you have that yard in front of that. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's the beginning. That's the beginning of the yard.
So how hard or how easy is it for you to reach across that if something happens in the Molson
Well,
brewery? Can you get
every door has the uncoupler. Yeah, it's called the uncoupler. So when you
No, if something should happen that a train derails or door gets stuck or you have to reach over, can it easily be?
well, everything that's in front, like the departure track, the arrival track, the grain track, all that is accessible, no problem. If there's a derailment at the door, then I've got a little step stool, or like a little stool that you can get up and reach it.
Okay.
But if I have a problem inside the building, like
Uh-huh.
electronic wise, or, well, you see there's a hole in front of the brick building.
Mhm.
Okay, well, that hole is going to be a lift out. So I can all,
Okay.
yeah.
Sinkhole.
Cinco de Mayo? No.
Well, that's when you drop your mayonnaise in the water.
No, no, there's going to be another building in front of the brick building.
Oh, look who's in the house. William Gorman. John, we haven't seen William Gorman in a while. Call Willie. What's up, William? I'm yawning here.
So Andy's going, hey, you know, we were making those imaginary train sounds back in the day. Now we need to make a recording of those nostalgic soundtrack of the train sounds we used to make before DCC and sound came around.
Mm.
You know, so we can play them in our cars on MP3. Chugga, 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 chugga. Put it on loop. Yep. We'll just do some voiceovers on some rail fanning videos too.
Yeah.
Who needs those realistic sounds? I can get my grandkids to make some recordings too.
Well, you know, what I do here at the South Brooklyn Railroad to give it that authentic feel of operation, we have an operating session. I set up like bad coffee, and I get stale donuts, and to give it that authentic crew room kind of feel if you have to wait in the thing. Also, how else to enhance the operating situation in the house is I take the door off the bathroom and I stuff wet newspapers in the corner, stuff to keep the and I loosen the toilet seat so it wobbles.
Slides back and forth. Yeah.
Right. And I don't put toilet paper on the roll. What I do is I have a pack of an old tissue paper, small, little 1 inch by 2 inches long, and I pile them up, and I don't have any hand towels. I want to give you that authentic feeling of absolutely operating in a real environment of a railroad. And usually what I do too is like I put a lot of grease on a lot of the stuff. So anything you handle, whether it's a bottled water or coffee cup, like your grease, black grease and steel dust. A lot of steel dust. We have a lot of steel. In fact, I have a box of it here where you should, I encourage you to put your hands in and, rub it around a little bit just to get that authentic feeling. No wet wipes. I'm sorry. We try to keep it as realistic as possible, and stuff like that. Because I think that you should have the authentic feel.
And you got to have some of that box of asbestos over in the corner too, just to breathe in every once in a while.
No, that's a little
Brake pads.
Yeah, no, but brake dust, stale coffee, absolutely. The kind of coffee that when you pour it out, it's like molasses.
Oh, and that single light bulb, incandescent light bulb in the room.
Yes, in the bathroom, right? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear that William Gorman had getting over his second heart attack. What is going on? There's too much stress out here, boys. Come on, let's have some fun. Let's take care of ourselves. Yeah, so stuff like that, because I think when you have the authentic feeling of a real railroad kind of feeling in operations, it kind of brings you to that, because what we when you operate on a model railroad, you don't have the same experience as being in the rain, the snow, the cold, the wind, delays and stuff like that. So I figured the other stuff would make it just as authentic. So I try to go for that as much as, and Ron Price says the smelly old rags. I was going, what I was going to do, and my wife said you have to draw the line. I was going to like close the bathroom door. First I was going to urinate all over the floor.
Oh yeah.
And then close the door and turn the heat up so you'd get that rancid smell. And then put the wet newspaper in the corner with the broken toilet seat. But my wife said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nix-A on the AA of the urine. So that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
You know. Exactly, John. That was one of the reasons why. So I figured I'd just do the wet newspaper and the and the greasy stuff all around the
Yeah. And in the
stuff
winter,
like
you could open up the window so it's nice and
I-
cold. Greasy.
absolutely. That's the other thing too. Open the windows in the summer, in the wintertime, and keep them closed in the summer so you'll sweat profusely to give that exact.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's just my little thing I do just to give a little authenticity to the operating sessions.
Hmm.
Yeah, Bill, we're still out here plugging along. We're living the dream. We're still running, still up and running, doing a lot of good things here. If you haven't, check out the new series running called "It's Railroad Empire" and how we build them. We'll be airing those. We've already had one up there. So, the Gandhi brothers are in the house. Good evening, gentlemen. Guys aren't know of the Gandhi brothers. Were recently interviewed in the Who's Big Bill Talking To? Wayman and Vic. Two great guys, two good modelers. Just to give you guys a heads up, Wayman was transferring over from HO scale to N scale for more trackage, more doing things, but now he's recently gone back to HO. So he's gone back, and stuff.
Oh, this close to having another convert.
Yeah, that close.
Actually, HO scale, about that close.
Yeah. So, but the Gandhi Brothers, that's their channel name on YouTube. Go check them out. Gandhi Brothers, really good guys, really good modelers. And yeah, two guys had 2 heart attacks here. That is not good. Well, yeah. I hope you guys are all right taking care of yourself. Okay? Because we want you guys around for quite a number of years. All right?
Well, sometimes you get a little depressed. You start eating more candy, drinking
We
more.
get that COVID weight on.
Yeah. During all this lockdown, you either come out a hunk, a chunk, or a drunk. Choose wisely.
I'm taking the chunk because the drunk thing I did once before and it didn't work out too well for me.
Nope.
A friend of mine, Jimmy Malloy, was watching the show. He just sent me a text. He said, "Hey, Bill, just watched a little of the show tonight. One question. Are you in the Batcave doing the show or in Staten Island in a blackout?" No, I'm actually in Staten Island. I just don't have any lights on behind me and have the light reflecting off the wall. Jimmy Malloy. Yeah, you're
Alrighty.
both alive. That's good.
All righty. Well,
No COVID restriction, you have to turn the lights off too because it's attracted to light.
Is it?
I don't know.
didn't know.
Probably. Someone's making something up.
Yeah. I was out and about the other day and I saw a woman that had a mask on that said, "I can't." She had a mask on that says, "I can't breathe." I said, "Well, you should take that mask off."
Mask off.
She got really hostile. I can't repeat what she said, but she was nasty. I said, "Whoa, take it easy, calm down, relax."
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we've been doing. Okay.
all righty. Since I can't have my mic on all the time because it causes a bad echo. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but yeah, we done hit the 1 hour mark and kind of passed it up. Want to say thanks to everybody out there in the chat for coming in. Appreciate it. Bob, thank you. Lloyd, Mr. Bill. Appreciate y'all
You're quite
being
welcome, Johnny. Thank you for letting me live the dream.
Yeah. Don't forget, this coming Saturday on the 21st is going to be Railroad Empires, how we build them. Robert and gang, they'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern time, so you want to tune in for that. And next week on Wednesday, the 25th, it's going to be that fellow called Mr. Big Bill. He's going to be having his show. It's going to be a good one, like always. So with that said, we'll see you guys on Saturday night. Y'all have a good one. Talk to you later.
Hey, don't forget that Facebook, send your pictures
Yeah.
to Facebook on your layouts, trains, beautiful structures, whatever you think is that you like. Send them to Facebook. We'll post them on our banner. All right? And tell your friends. The MRL Facebook, Model Railroading Live. The #1 model railroading show in the world, right, John?
Yep. Yep, that's it.
That's it. Right, Bob?
Yep.
Right, Lloyd?
Absolutely.
All right. We'll catch y'all later. Have a good one.
Night.